courting is no longer valued. We live in hookup culture, situationships, and struggle love. The number one reason women struggle in long-term relationships, number one, femininity, and number two, staying in a relationship or entertaining people longer than the woman should.
My name is Danielle DeVita, and I'm a relationship and femininity coach. I've been married for 12 years, and I want to help you get on your feminine journey and vet for the right man today. For more of my content, you can visit mrsdanielledevita.com, or you can go to YouTube, Instagram, or my Facebook page. Get on your feminine journey today. Danielle DeVita back with another video. I overheard someone say that marriage is overrated. A lot of women say, I like the strong silent type. Well, a lot of men like the feminine silent type. And for sure, it's going down. So a lot of times people are not getting the when to speak and when to be quiet is one of the most powerful. She's going to be aggressive thinking that. And as someone who's been married for 12 years, she's driven, not lazy. And this will make yourself and get on the right path. That understand that you might be doing a disservice to your daughter. If you don't help her understand vetting and proper decision making, now she's going to be a basket case later. If you don't help her understand emotional intelligence, she's going to hold on to a lot of emotional baggage. If you don't Welcome to another live with Mrs. Danielle DeVita. So we are going to talk about something today that is kind of taboo. It's like we know it's there, but we don't talk about it. And it's going to be pretty privilege. Right. So before we do that, let me go ahead and tell you a little bit about who I am. I am Danielle DeVita. I am a relationship and femininity coach. And my goal is to help both men and women be in the relationships that's best for them. And doing that, my goal is to make sure you're not in a relationship longer than you need to be in. And if you're a man, you're reclaiming your masculinity. And as for a woman, you're getting on your feminine journey. Um, if you want to know more about my content, you can go to mrsdanielledevita.com. I do coaching for both men and women. I do group coaching and so much more. So we are going to talk a little bit more about a book that I have real quick. It is out. You can go to that website, mrsdanielledevita.com, and get that book. It is the book that I have now is Command Respect from the Woman You Want, and it is the book for men, teenage boys, men. I think you'll really enjoy that book. Let me get that up for you. Let's see. And then, like I said, Command Respect from the Woman You Want. It's a quick guide for men. It's a great read. But don't worry, I have not forgot about you women. I do have a book coming into the later spring, a book for teenage girls and women, two different books. So you'll be able to see, let me see here. You'll see a book for women, boy, by I'm sorry, a book for teenage girls, boy, by, and then girl, go get your husband. That would be a book that I know you will love. So that will be coming out soon. Let me get that up for you here. So let's see. Go get your husband is for women. Like I said, that'll be coming out in the spring, and boy, bye. That's a book for teenage girls. So let's get started on pretty privilege. All right. So we won't be taking any phone calls today because this is a recorded live, but you will be able to join in on the chat. You can talk about some things that you find interesting about this topic or your thoughts. So let's talk about what pretty privilege is. Basically, you're getting privileges because you are an attractive person. You're pretty. This is something geared towards women. You're likely to have an attractive partner, someone who's physically fit. If you yourself are pretty, you are you're likely to get a better job, or likely to get a job that you want. Being pretty privileged, especially, and of course we know with entertainment. If you're pretty, you're going to probably get or have more leeway in getting that job than if you weren't. Likely to get more dates, likely to think that more people think that you're either trustworthy or happy or healthier because of that. Doesn't matter that these things aren't true, it's just what people perceive. And people who are normally pretty are looked at as you're probably likely to speak your mind, take up for yourself because you don't take no stuff, right? Because you're pretty, you have options. And of course, that'll be the same for men. I don't think they would call it pretty privilege, but a man who's good looking is more likely to stand up for himself. You would perceive him as having more confidence, being healthier because you think that he looks the way he looks because he's keeping up with his body and his image. Um, so pretty privilege is a thing where the outward appearance matters to a lot of people. But the question here is, how is your inside? Are you, once someone sees how beautiful you are and you go out on that date or you get in this relationship, you whatever, what happens after that? Are you only relying on how beautiful you are? Or are you going to allow the other things about yourself, your personality, you know, your brain, right? So, how intelligent you are, your femininity, your beautiful spirit. Are these things going to then kick in? Or are you solely relying on your looks? Because that is not going to get you married if that's what you want. If what you want is people to salivate over your body, but you don't want commitment and you just like hook up, then that pretty privilege may work for you. But if you want a commitment, if you want something serious, how are you moving past the pretty privilege and kicking in your intelligence and your personality, right? Because a lot of times as women, we're taught that our body is beautiful and that's what's going to get you what you want. But it gets men rocks off. But what happens after that? Do you get that ring, right? Or do you get that just the phone call the next day and that's it? Right? Because we don't want just hookup. We don't want just another booty call. We want a relationship. At least on this channel, if you're watching this channel, you want commitment. You want relationship, or you are, interested in others having family. We believe in family. We believe in marriage. We believe in commitment, not situationships, not hookups, not just blah blah blah. Right. So if you are someone who is relying on your pretty privilege, just rest assured you're going to need more than that. It's like a job. You may dress the part, look great at that interview, but they hired you for a reason. Yes, you were likely to get that job because you dressed the role, you said the right things. But once you've gotten a job, they want to see performance. And just like we want to see men performing into the masculine husband like role, the provider, that protector, that leader, we want men want that from us. They want to say, okay, can she be the woman of my dreams? The woman who's least combative, the one who is cooperative, the one who is fit, the one who is friendly, the one who is nurturing, the one who is loving, the one who is feminine, the one who is, traditional or have my standards and values. Does she have this? Or is she just pretty? Does she look good enough to bang? Or does she look good enough to marry? And you don't want to be the former, right? You don't want to just be looking good enough to bang because that's just lust. It's not love. There is a difference. So pretty privilege, there's a lot of femininity channels that talk about pretty privilege and how to look good and look the role. But how many do you know that just getting a man is not enough? On my channel, my goal is not to help you get a man. My goal is to help you get a husband and to become a wife, if that's what you want. Now, if you don't want that and you just want a companionship, yes, the things that I say can get you that too. But there's going to be two types of men that are going to come in your life. The one that is on a casual level, and if that's what you want, then go for it. But if you want a serious commitment, the tools that I have for you is beyond the pretty privilege. I am trying to move women into the wife zone and how a wife behaves. And it is hard. in today's society. It's hard when social media is telling you that the attention that you need comes from your pretty privilege, and that's it. Not from your intelligence, not from your personality, and those things matter, but your inner beauty matters just as much as your outer beauty. A lot of times, we're looking just for dates for food. We're looking for money for rent to get paid. But I'm trying to help you move beyond the girl who is trying to pay rent and the woman who is in with the man and has a mortgage, right? I'm trying to move you beyond having a baby daddy and having the husband and father of your child, because there's a difference, right? My husband is not my baby daddy. He's a father of my children, and there's a difference. There really is a difference because there's a lot of baby daddies and baby mamas out here, but it's not a lot of people acting like fathers and mothers out here. All right. So I am going to leave you with that. Again, there's no phone call or anything like that. This is a recorded live, but rest assured, I will get your feedback if you put in on the chat your thoughts about this um, conversation. We hear a lot of people talk about sexual market value, which is again, your SMV is aligned with the pretty privilege. You know, are you a 10? Are you a 5? Are you an average at best kind of woman? We hear people talk about that. But my goal is to help you be beyond average. And the best way to be beyond average is your femininity if you're a woman. Um, your masculinity if you're a man watching, because at some point, there's going to always be someone more beautiful than you. Someone can say right now that Halle Berry and Rihanna and Lori Harvey are all prettier than me, right? But at the end of the day, if I want a husband, he's going to see the difference than someone who is bad and looks good versus someone who's okay, she's pretty, but she has more to offer. She has something valuable. And again, I don't know all those people, so I can't say what they do and do not have to offer. But what I'm saying is, looks isn't enough. There's going to be someone you come across that's going to be more beautiful than you. So just relying on your pretty privilege is not enough. Someone's going to have bigger this, bigger that, smaller waist, smaller that. So the goal here is to make sure that beyond your image, beyond your pretty privilege, you have more to offer. You bring more to the table. And if you're a woman, I hope that is your femininity, because a lot of women are not walking in their femininity. So that puts you above average. Then you have a personality to match. Then you have a beautiful soul, right? Because a lot of people, they stop there at the end, or they may be intelligent and beautiful, but their attitude sucks. And people don't really want to be around people with nasty attitudes. We want to be around confident, assertive people, but who are loving and kind. And they got the image down packed, right? Or they're working on that, right? And then the same thing with a man. It's not enough that he's good looking and that he has money, right? But we want to make sure that he is someone who is loving and confident as well, because we don't want a passive man. We want a man who's masculine, who's confident, but he's also not a jerk, right? A lot of women say, I want someone who is strong and not, not weak and not passive. And he's doing this, he's doing that. Well, men want that from us too. Reciprocity is always a key in everything that we do. We can't ask for something of men and not want to reciprocate that, right? In a way that they want. All right. So I'm going to leave you with that. Go ahead and comment. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe, follow me if you're on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. And again, you can subscribe to the YouTube channel. All of it's free, no cost to you at all. All right. So thank you so much for tuning in. You have a great Tuesday. Take care.
Perk 101. So a lot of times women say that you can't afford me. And if you want to be a feminine woman, realize that you are not an escort. And committed relationships ought not to be transactional. As you rest in your femininity and learn your worth, you will realize that the men you are with should see you as invaluable and priceless like no other. And yes, you can have shopping sprees, 5-star dinners, and trips, but those things won't make you different and won't set you apart. things that are priceless and invaluable, money can't buy. Money can't buy peace in a relationship. Money can't buy your love. Money can't buy your joy, your joyful spirit. It cannot buy your gentleness, kindness, your self-control, is in controlling your emotions and how your responses to things, your personality, your attitude or mindset as a whole. If you notice, these are also fruit of the Spirit from the Bible, right? If you're looking to be a Proverbs 31 woman, you definitely want to make sure you have these. So if you're having talking points of you can't afford me, realize that these are talking points of a basic chick or a modern woman. You want to be different. So get on your feminine journey today. You can also visit MrsDanielleDeVita.com or visit me on other social media platforms.